Hello and welcome to Boring Dead Gaming, where today we're going to be taking a look at the demo for an upcoming game. Currently out as part of Steam Next Fest. I'm not sure if it'll be available sort of post that, but anyway. This is Tides of Blazefall, which sounds like an interesting type of game. It's like a piratical take on something a little bit like a Sunless Seas, where you're kind of this top-down exploration type game where there's a lot of narrative decisions to make and storytelling stuff. I think there's also like crew management and things, and I think combat is actually based around like deck building mechanics, which is obviously different to the Sunless games. I haven't played it yet, but we're going to dive in and take a look for ourselves. Captain's log. Day 1, month of Utua. Year 612 after the breaking of the sun. Better than the breaking of the wind. By some blessings or curse, we outpace the Sombrian dreadship, the Pale Oath. We've taken refuge for a night in a cove of bare white stone. The crew sleeps uneasy. The wounded groan beneath the deck. We're starting to regret our raid into the enemy heartland. Still, we live. That's more than most could say after meeting the Pale Oath. Mask of mockery. You call this living? The pen jerks in your hand. The ink spills across the page. It's happening again. Your sun-bleached mind puts on new masks, trying to find which one fits best. Which one could become your new face? Quiet, I'm writing.
Writing lies. You didn't outpace the Sombrian ship. You hid like a coward.
I didn't hide. Your pride lifts you higher. I didn't hide, it was a tactical withdrawal.
Correct. A calculated, well-executed move. Bravo. Delude yourself all you like. The crew knows the truth. Did you see how they look at you?
Tutorial traits. You've gained your first trait point. Many decisions or answers will reinforce parts of your captain's persona, represented by traits. This will influence your interactions with other characters and unlock additional choices. Let me finish. Outside, the tide's beginning to shift. The broken thing we call the sun will rise soon, and judging by white rocks all around us, its rays will bleach this cove clean. I wonder whether that's why the Sombrians didn't follow us. But we cannot linger either. We must put more miles between us and the enemy.
Run all you like. The Pale Oath's shadow stretches far.
All hands on deck. Let's leave this accursed bay. New quest, sail from the bay. Okay. So what do we got? Journal on J. Sails. Okay, steering wheel. Cargo. Okay. Hull. Crew. Got it. So, oh yeah, so double it, so that's a sail. Okay, so then I kind of, do I move the, okay, so it's WASD. You can't actually drag the wheel with mouse, that's what I was just checking. You kind of turn it with the A and D keys there. Oh, what's that? Control, lock steering wheel. Eee! Let's get away from that. Observe the wind. Yeah, cool, cool. So it's a little bit like something like Sid Meier's Pirates in that respect, where you got to kind of watch the wind direction if you want to get where you're going. Slow down to turn easier. Okay. That was a great game, Sid Meier's Pirates. Enjoyed that a lot. I mean, if I got like a target location tip, enter the object to catch it. Look for... Oh. A red wound of a dying day opens on the horizon. The broken sun peers into Evershade through a narrow slit between Luada and the sea. One by one, crew members slink under the decks or hide behind railings, but you stand there, your face warm from the rays. Its skin tingles like another mask. Captain, sir, hate to interrupt, but he tenses up as you turn toward him. It's just well, we're nearly out of supplies. We're already scraping the bottom of the barrel, and if we fail to find something soon... okay, so I could do a Mask of Pride. You are mistaken. I counted the supplies before departure, and I'm never wrong. Check again, fool. Alright, we'll resupply at the first possibility. Forget the supplies. There's some... let's say we're going to resupply at the first chance we get. Prudence grows. All right, well, we'll supply on the first possibility.
Are you sure? The crew will take that as a promise. What if you fail to find anything? Maybe you shouldn't have promised. Maybe it's safer not to look. The pale oath is out there after all.
The quartermaster nods and retreats. Mask of compassion.
Ah, this crew trusted you with their lives. You should take good care of them. Their captain or their mummy? Is this a warship or a pleasure cruise?
Prudence. Okay, that's a new one. They say each kingdom is 3 missed meals away from revolution. Don't forget that.
Oh, a revolution. Just what we need. Decks wet with blood.
You shut your eyes so hard they hurt until all voices drown in the darkness. The light on the horizon fades, making way for a long, cold, hungry night. Okay, we'll find supplies. Look for... At the end of each day, every crew member consumes 1 supply. For each missing supply, lose 1 crew member. Now, what was our supply? Oh, here we go. So, we're eating 10 a day. We have 27 currently, so... Some quests are time limited. You have 30 seconds to gather 3 fish. Okay. Oh. Into the object. Look for blue zones. They seem to be... They mark collectible items. Okay, let's go to a fish. Ooh. Hard port. I think we can just go through them, so we'll go a little bit quicker. Come on. Almost there. Sailors wrestle another brimming net onto the deck. Within the coarse mesh, you see your miserable catch. Eyeless, sickly fish with pale scales, hauled up from the Stygian depths of the forlorn sea. Much obliged, Captain. That'll keep the crew fed for a day or two, eh? Compassion deepens. Oh, quick, we're going to crash into the rocks. Slow down. Okay, so I was just wondering if I had like a compass that would show me where it wants me to go. I haven't had anything like that just yet. Kind of going across the wind now. Yellow zones to interact. Okay. Captain! Sail ahoy! The weather-beaten Sombrian frigate bobs on the waves. Its rigging a mess, its sails limp. Not a single lookout on the mast. Pathetic! Your opponents truly are fools! This is not the dread ship you feared. Still, you can't let them escape and bring reinforcements. You give orders. Black banner unfurled. You fall upon the enemy like a nocturnal bird of prey. New quest. Destroyed as a ship. Okay. I just go full pelt into them? Maybe. Yeah. Combat tutorial. Let's have a look. During combat, you will plan actions that trigger at the end of each round. Defeat the enemy ship by playing cards from your hand. If the enemy's hull, red, or crew, blue, is reduced to 0, you win. Likewise for us, we lose if we go to 0. The enemy went first and planned an action. This action is unknown for now, but later you will be able to discover what it is. Now it's our turn to act. We have full energy points, time to spend them. Drag one of the cards from your hand onto the battlefield. Target the space with the enemy ship. These are both the same. Now 4 cost applies to... not sure actually. I'm assuming that's how many cards we have in the deck. Let's see what happens. Okay, so we're going to slay the Spire style over to there. Great, you've played your first attack. However, it won't be executed right away. Your attack is placed behind the enemy action in the action queue. This means the enemy action has lower initiative, so he will act before you shoot. Oh, that's what that is. That's initiative, so that's like an indication of how quickly it'll be before we can play our action. It's time to reposition. Move away from the enemy ship. Drag your ship to an adjacent space and choose the direction of movement. What does it mean by choose the direction? Discard a card from your hand to pay for the movement. The initiative of the discarded card determines when your move will happen. Select action card to discard. So, okay. Once you have no cards or energy left to spend, it's time to carry out all planned actions. Their effects will resolve based on the initiative value of each card, from lowest to highest. If 2 cards have the same initiative, the order in which they were played determines which happens first. Now you can see the enemy action. It is a move with an initiative of 3. That means the enemy will move before you can shoot him. You may hover over an action to see the initiative track. The action details. Right, so he's over there now. We are going to shoot. Yeah, okay, so we missed. Now we're going to move away. The beginning of a new round, you draw 5 new cards. One of them has an accurate range value along. Okay, accurate range value along with a bonus effect. So, accurate range of 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Deal 2d6 damage. Pretty nice. The effect will trigger if at the moment of the attack your ship is exactly that many spaces away from the target. No more, no less. Okay, so I guess we'll stick that on him. Each time you play a card with the same initiative as an enemy, the enemy action is revealed. Okay, so they've gone with something. Your action with the same initiative as the enemy will always be resolved first. Each time you play a card with the same initiative, the enemy action, your action with the same initiative as the enemy will always be resolved first. Okay. When you know what the enemy will do, you can plan accordingly. Let's move away to dodge the attack. So this one's going. Okay, so I guess he's targeted us. It doesn't have a range on it though, but it is highlighting us. Move your ship. Discard a card with a lower initiative than the enemy to move before he shoots. But then our attack's going to miss, isn't it? Okay. Can I move closer? No, maybe we should move away. Doesn't really matter. Okay, a bit of a spelling there. Unfortunately, moving with initiative 3 means that the aiming shot won't be accurate. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. You have 1 more energy. You're in a safe spot and the enemy is going nowhere. Choose a card to make an attack. This time you can be sure it will find the target. So we move. Fire a miss. Oh no, it hit. Why did it hit? Whenever a ship gets hit, it loses a crew. I thought our attack was going to... Huh. Okay, I'm not quite clear on what happened. I thought we were going to miss. You can drag the map left or right using Curie or mouse. The ships move too far away. Right-click Alt to cancel an action. Now you know how to play Finish the Enemy. Okay. I'm guessing... Okay. So I guess we did the d4 damage. We didn't do the 2d6 damage? Am I reading that right? So we kind of fired the aimed shot. But it didn't do that extra damage because we were at the wrong range. I'm guessing that's what happened. So why don't I move 2 spaces to the right? And then... do that. Should we see how that goes? Or maybe... move back there before we fire. Ding. Oh, that's not what I meant to do at all. Okay. Yeah, I didn't quite get that. D6 though, sounds pretty good. We're going to hit first. I think we'll probably kill him. Let's get another one just in case. Right, I just want that to play out. Oh. How do I just make this happen? I can't really be bothered to do another thing. Oh, I don't really want to do another thing. Can we not just have this happen? Do I have to spend all the energy? Ramming occurs when ships collide. Roll 2d... Okay. Not really what I wanted to do. Okay. I'm a little I think they might take a bit of playing with to work out exactly what is going on there. Your men cheer, but you do not join them. The Sombrarians, yeah, they all wear sombreros. The Sombrians didn't put up much of a fight. You look closer at one of the captured sailors. He stares into the distance with dead pale eyes. Half his hair turned white, just like some of his skin. They are sun-touched. Compassion. Poor wretches, bleached of memories and purpose. Mindless victims of the broken sun. Look into those empty eyes. This is your future if you keep sailing too close to the light. Get in, prisoners. As the sinking ship disappears behind you, you turn your mind to other matters. You look at the fractured sky. Far above the clouds, the disk of Luada still hangs, oozing golden glow from its cracks. Where did these sailors find enough light to... Suddenly the sky begins to crumble. Avoid the falling fragments. Okay. Let's get out. Oh, red zones are dangerous. Let's get out of here. Ah! Okay, probably slow down a bit now, so I don't accidentally steer into one. Oh God. As they appear, we're going to want to make sure we get out of them. We did it. It's over here. Creaking and groaning, your ship keeps outrunning the apocalypse. It seems you will survive yet again. Captain, someone's tailing us. The shout wrestles you back from your thoughts. You look towards the stern and notice another ship fleeing the blaze in the same direction. A powerful dreadship flying a flag of the Sombrian Dominion. The Pale Oath. They're not fleeing, they're chasing you. Uh-oh. Going as fast as I can. Actually, we can go a little bit faster. The dreadship is getting close. You grab a spyglass and notice Marines in white uniforms lining up the deck, gun crews preparing to fire, snipers on the ratlines, tide weavers shaping their spells on the bow. 100 faces of death. They probably blame you for the apocalypse of light. Maybe they're right. Captain, what be your orders? You put the spyglass down. There is silence on the deck, broken only by creaking ropes and shouts coming from the distant dreadship. Beyond it, the terrible white void of Blazefall approaches, apocalyptic in scale, yet devoid of sound.
Flee, you fool!
Oh no, what was prudence? Flee, you fool. The only winning move here is not to engage. You yellow-livered coward! We should stand and fight. If this be the day we meet our deaths, then let's make it worthy of song. Getting blown out of the water like a fool makes for rather poor song. You know what's better? Let's do something insane. Let's sail right into the Blazefall. Sail for the light. Your chaos engulfs more. Your courage increases. The broken sun is deadly and corrosive. It will eat your ship and your crew. But if you stay just long enough to lose the Sombrians, then maybe. You give the order. Paleness whiter than the Blazefall paints your crew's faces. No one moves on the deck. They're hesitant to follow such an order. Ungrateful wretches! On this ship no one will ignore your direct order. You must set an example.
No. Maybe they're right. Maybe this whole let's kill ourselves before the enemy does thing is a bad idea?
Shoot a reluctant crew member. You find the most disobedient pair of eyes and put a bullet between them. It doesn't take long to find a target. A half-Dwergen cannoneer with crossed arms and a stubborn face. In one smooth movement, you draw your gun and fire. The man collapses onto the deck with a loud thud. The others immediately set to work. The ship groans, performing a sudden turn. The tackling creaks, stretched to the limits. The dreadship slows down, its captain unsure whether to follow you. As you approach the Blazefall, events of the last few days flash before your eyes. The heist of the century, the spear from the darkest depths, the sky cracking. Was it all for nothing? The light. It parts like a veil, leading to places so luminous they defy your imagination. The white burns until nothing Some battles are not fought in the standard way. Instead, specific conditions must be met to achieve victory. I see, so we've got to survive here. We ain't beating this ship. You must survive 4 turns of combat. Okay. Reveal 1 to 3, gain 2 advantage. That seems like a good thing to do. We just sort of reveal what he's doing, I suppose. And we're going to want to... Okay, so I can see which squares he's attacking. Oh, so we want to... How do I... Got now to... Oh. Move over... There. And then we're going to want to... Move over again. Yeah, but we're just going to want to move, right? Surely. Yeah, 2 spaces to the left. That works. 2 spaces to the left. Oh, wait, was that right? Oh, God. I thought that was left. All right, well, we're going to move it left again then. No, why are you moving back? No. I thought that was moved 2 further spaces to the left. Okay, must pay more attention. We're almost dead. Well, advantage is roll twice more, choose highest score. But we're going to want to move on fairly low initiatives, aren't we? That's good. So we're moving before he's shooting this time. Hopefully we move enough. I think he's preempted us. No, there we go. Should be alright. Eek. Okay, well we don't know what he's doing. We've got left, right. We have 2 spaces to the left. Then we're going to move to the left again. I'm just going to let that play out, I think. No, I don't want to select. I just want to... Yeah. Holy crap. Okay, I guess I planned that attack. I just wanted to go without spending all my energy, but... Eek. Yeah, one more turn. Oh, we're done. Guess that was it. A moment ago... Okay, we're just a little raft now. A moment ago, you were in a battle. The crack of cannon still rings in your skull. Now you feel weightless, translucent, consciousness without a body spread wide in a sea of pain. The burning sensation slowly bends around you. It forms the outlines of your skin, the itching tips of your fingers. Finally you emerge from the Great White, alone on a small raft, cobbled together from pieces of a larger ship.
Wait yet, O great captain! Your crew of 1 and your magnificent ship await your command. Oh, how low you've fallen.
You're right. You're right. I failed everyone who trusted me. You sit on the edge of the raft, watching the waves, drowned in desperation, deeper than the black abyss below your feet. But then you notice a large clump of flotsam in the distance that carries a person, precariously lying face down on the water's edge. Maybe not all is lost yet. Another survivor. The clump barely holds together, lapped by the waves of the sea. You try to steer towards it, hoping to reach the man before he sinks into the abyss, but then a gleam catches your attention far to the right. Your precious brass spyglass, lodged between 2 wooden planks, it may also sink at any moment. The passenger slowly slips beneath the waves. The spyglass tumbles towards the water. Oh no, what do I do? Don't play a saviour. People die. That's a part of this trade. Grab your loot and forget about him. He's probably one of your crew. He followed you here and ended up nearly dying. You owe him a rescue. Sailors are a resource you can get anywhere. Spyglass lenses are only made in the cities of the Clay Road. One is clearly more replaceable than the other. Alright. My prudence convinced me. They were all mutineers anyway. Oh, we're going to avoid that. No, that's going to be a bomb. Here we go. There's a bit of a delay on the steering like you would actually have on a real boat. You rush after the spyglass and catch the item just before it sinks into the waves. When you turn your attention towards the man, he's long gone. Gain the old spyglass. The spyglass has a pleasant heft and seems in good condition. You use it to scout the horizon, looking for any land where you could rest, resupply, and repair your small ship. Finally, your heart races. A tall, immobile shape is visible against the dim horizon, many miles ahead. Land. Now, at least you have something to aim for. Oh, yeah, that's true. Okay, so when we have something like that, we actually do get a direction. Oh. Probably can't harvest the fish. No. Here we go. We're literally any port. In a storm? Right, the island is a dead sharp rock, jutting out of the sea like a broken bone. You're about to sail past it when you notice warm light emanating from a cavern near the top. Then you see a small cove with a rowboat beached on grey sand. Someone's here. You dock your ship nearby, go ashore and start climbing the narrow, rain-slick path. Soon you reach the cave. Inside, two figures sit on opposite ends of the campfire. On one side, a stern, grey-haired man with a scar on his mouth, wearing a merchant's garb. On the other side, a flamboyant woman in a giant hat, with notebooks, drawing instruments, and a small, trained fade array on her shoulder. Not quite sure what that is. Maybe type of parrot? They seem glad to have a visitor. Traveller, pray tell, who are you? Just a traveller. They don't inquire more and instead pelt you with questions. Are you sailing towards the golden citadel that fell from the skies? So, you're heading in the wrong direction. So what's that? That's the thing. It looks like kind of a land fish type thing. Fade array, was it? Interesting. Or maybe you're fleeing from the Blazefall. Could you take me with you? I'd love to spend any more time with this man. This man? You were about to marry me, hag. Strange or not, these people might know where the closest land is. Okay. Alright, let's work through these then. Golden Citadel. You do have some faint memories of a bright meteor crashing into the dark seas. Can you see it? When the sky cracked, a giant structure fell over the edge and tumbled it in the sea. Came from the other side, the sunward face of Luada. Nothing should survive there, bathed in the rays of the broken sun. But it did. Now it's here. Everyone for hundreds of miles has seen it fall. Who knows what's inside? I bet all treasure hunters and pirates are looking for it. Blazefall. They both go silent for a moment. When you live in the safety of Evershade, it's easy to forget that the horror that the good Lady Luada shields us from. In my life, I've seen holes and cracks appear in her disk, erasing entire islands. But it's Blazefall. It was something else. Evaporated the largest Sombrian port in the region, cut us off from the main body of the Sombrian Dominion. It chased hundreds of people away from their homes. The woman sighs. Whenever my father got mad, he'd always shout, "May you live in interesting times." I'm afraid his curse has taken flesh. Ask about themselves. Well, this is where things get hazy, you see. He peeks at the woman who puffs up her cheeks but says nothing. We were on a ship, a sturdy, slow vessel. Can't remember where we were going. Then the shield of Luada cracked, sails were damaged. We took one of the rescue boats and fled the blaze, leaving our ship behind. We managed to outrun the light. Finally we reached this rock. We have no idea where we were travelling to. Strange thing is, we were both wearing wedding clothes, and we had this thing with us. She gestures to the corner of the cave, where a small vestigial flickers. I don't know what a vestigial is. You walk up to the discarded item. What was once a document is now a vibrating, humming glitch of reality, a remnant of something erased by the broken sun. Inspect. It might be the clue to everything that's missing from their memories. As you lift it up, it burns your fingertips. The text seems unreadable, and yet under your touch, the page quiets down for a moment. It is their marriage contract. Not knowing how long the vestigial will remain stable, you read as fast as you can. The pair were on their way back from a large port city where they had officially married. They were heading home to some small island southeast of here, well beyond Blazefall, by now certainly eaten away by the light. The vestigial glitches out again. The pain becomes unbearable. You drop it to the ground and look back at the pair. No wonder they can't remember a thing. When the light took the island they met on, the house and the child, their memories disappeared as well. Anything the light takes is not merely gone. It never existed in the first place. Oh, okay, so this sort of sun thing that's going on kind of just erases things from history, from existence. Interesting. The merchant notices your strange look and jumps to his feet. Well, what is it? Tell us, did you see something in this damn thing? Your throat dries. Tell them the truth. You tell them they were married. You tell about the home they built together and the child they were raising, now all taken by the light. The grief it inflicts on them is crushing. It takes a moment before they can act again. They look at each other as if wondering whether they can still salvage what once connected them. Then the woman shakes her head. Now even more. I don't want to be with this man. He would remind me of the past that never was. The merchant says nothing, but seems to share the sentiment. Choose one to accompany us. It seems clear they won't travel together, and your patchwork vessel can only hold one more. Since these two refuse to go together, you need to choose. I would say the zoologist, I think. A trained flying faderay could be a great scouting tool. Too bad the animal also loves pillaging provisions. Cool. New crew member. Oh, she brings a card with her. Okay, so 2 initiative. Pretty good. Deal 8 damage. Pretty good. Apply 4 burn. Destroy. So I presume that is just once per battle then? Unless it might just be one use total. I'm hoping it's, per battle. Your chaos engulfs more. You leave the rock with the zoologist while the merchant watches you depart, cold anger in his eyes. There's a larger island north of here, an old smuggler's hideout that might be abandoned. Just be careful. While we stayed in our cave several times, we've seen a strange white ship prowling the sea at a gun distance and heard gunfire. We probably wouldn't want to meet them. Alright, find a safe port. Okay, well let's go... Look at that. Oh, I'm facing that way. Reset... I think it's reset where the ship was facing, because I could have sworn I went in forwards. Oh well. To the north! Can you hide these things? I'm not sure. Look at the journal. What does it say? Journal log. Oh yeah, you got like a little diary thing. Interesting. Use the direction of the wind to get there as quick as we can. Avoid the rocks as best we can. Captain's log. Day 2 since Blazefall, year 612, after the breaking of the sun. The raft won't hold much longer. Whipped about by the waves, it groans and creaks like a dying man. What's worse, I think I saw a white sail against the darkness of the horizon. No doubt the vessel my new crew member warned of. Fortunately, we're approaching an uncharted island, although we're not the first to get there. A dozen campfires already light up trees and shrubs that grow around the central cove. The shouts and threats coming from there carry far over the dark sea. If not for our ghostly pursuer, I would want to avoid this place.
Speak for yourself. This place looks fun. Crack some heads, gamble away the raft, pass out drunk on the beach.
Well, better yet, don't do that.
The world is ending, dummy. What do we have to lose?
Seems to be going a little bit Disco Elysium, doesn't it, with the various sort of cast of internal characters. Always fun. You run You run your raft aground next to the rows of assorted small vessels. This cove is now home to several dozen people. Some escaped the Blazefall, while others took advantage of the chaos and fled the plantations of the Sombrian Dominion. Gathered in a circle under the ancient statue of Luada, they argue about what to do next.
I say we should split up and flee, every man for himself. The white ship won't catch us all.
His mates cheer, but a woman with an arquebus in place of her missing arms smirks.
Really, turning your tail and hoping for luck is the best you can do? You let this ship claim even more victims?
Fight it yourself if you wish. I've seen it. It glows like the eyes of the devil himself. It glides over the water like a spectre.
The argument heats up. Guns are drawn. Cutlasses gleam in eager hands. The woman looks at the faces of the crowd and rests her eyes on you. You freeze while all faces turn to you. Wait. Nobody seems to notice your protest. They immediately cast a vote. 2/3 are in favour. Were you really so famous? With many of your memories burned away by the light, it's difficult to say.
Oh, of course! You were the best damn captain who ever lived, and they know that. They don't think you're special. They simply jumped on one option that allowed them to avoid slaughter. Oh no, as if we didn't have enough problems.
You shake your head. Whatever the reason is, it seems you're now the leader of this ragtag band and their small port. I gained gun hand battle action. Alright. Deal 6 damage. Accurate range 4, which means we gain 2 advantage. Deal 12 damage. D12 damage. Okay, seems pretty powerful. Oh, okay. So we've developed it a little bit. Captain's log, day 3 since the Blazefall, year 612. By a twist of fate I don't fully understand, I am now burdened with a near impossible task to confront the vessel that sails around this island, hunting survivors of the Blazefall. Should I succeed, I will have a port to call my own while I search for my lost ship and crew. Should I fail, this cut-off community will be doomed. All ships in the cove are at your disposal, and so are the people. Okay. Well, you know what? I think we're going to leave it there for this time. We're not going to dive too much further into the demo at this point. But yeah, it seems pretty intriguing. So it's, you know, it seems to be like a mix of Disco, Elysium, plus Sunless Seas, plus like this sort of card-based combat mechanics. I'm not quite sure I fully wrapped my head around those yet in terms of like, it doesn't. Yeah, I think I need to play around with it a little bit more before I get sort of fully comfortable with that combat system. It's quite different to what I've done before. But yeah, certainly trying something new is never a bad thing, and hopefully you've enjoyed this video, this little look at the Tides of Blazefall. So yeah, if you've enjoyed it, if you could hit the like button, that'd be awesome. Do leave a comment as well, let me know your thoughts on the demo. I'll put a link to the Steam store page in the video description, so if you are intrigued by this, you know, feel free to check it out yourselves. And a big thank you as always to our channel members as well for supporting Boring Dad Gaming, hugely appreciated. And if anyone else is interested in checking out memberships and gaining earlier access to my videos, that would be amazing. But thanks very much, and I hope to see you another time. Bye for now.